What up, and welcome back to Lions Nation Unite. I'm your boy Easy. Before we get started, please make sure to smash that like button. um, Going live, not only just to inform you guys, but personally for me, this is a venting session. Does that make sense? I hope I made some sort of sense of that. So today, going about my day, doing my show over there on the network, Over Sports. Shout out 5 to 7. Check us out. And in the middle of the show, I get this text message, and there's a link attached. So I click it. Next thing you know, my phone's got tons of viruses. No, but seriously, it felt like I had tons of viruses. My phone opened up a tweet to Carlton Davis. He hit the Twitter sphere from his personal account. And if you guys follow Carlton Davis, you know he is not very active on his Twitter account for someone as famous as him, for someone like as much of a voice as he does. And his tweet, and I'll find it here for you guys, verbatim, the quote. Actually, pull it up on my phone real quick because I'm having a hard time pulling up on the computer. Carlton Davis says, "I won't make the same mistake twice. If you want your defense upgraded, you know who to pay. Turn on the tape." End tweet. And shout out to Spencer Morgan Raxter. All right. Him and I had a debate, and he's kind of saying, like, maybe it was an advertisement for how well he plays and that he's worth paying. And now getting back at it, yeah, he's right, but it's an advertisement because he's probably not going to re-sign with the Detroit Lions. You're talking about you know who to pay. Talking about not making the same mistake twice. The same mistake twice to me when I hear that. That's where the base of our argument came from. And he's saying I won't make the same mistake twice. Spencer's talking about it's like he won't make the same mistake on the field. I'm thinking maybe something to do with the contract. And now that I've had time to set, now I've had time for my emotions to settle a little bit because this is my favorite team, and I did get pretty heated about that. I'm still am pretty heated about that. He's talking about he won't make the same mistake twice, as in sign another mid-level deal. That's why I went on to say if you want to upgrade your defense, you know who to pay. Turn on the tape as the evidence. And if a guy like that's talking about contracts, it's not with other teams at this point. Free agency is not till next week. The contract, the pay, the conversations being had right now with him getting paid are with the Detroit Lions. And obviously, he feels like he was lowballed and whatever offer was made to him. This is my humble opinion. I have no facts behind this. I have no sources behind this, but just kind of knowing how the Jamal Williams situation went down, Brad Holmes probably staying firm on that offer. And Carlton obviously feels disrespected by that. I think so many different things. One, for the people who just think I'm the ultimate pessimist and want to get upset and we don't need him. Yet you do. We do. Carlton Davis was the first CB1 we have had in Allen Park in Detroit since Darius Slay left. And yes, I know Darius Slay is on the open market right now. I love Darius Slay. I would almost consider him an acquaintance, if not a friend. Let's be real. The situation with Darius Slay, 34 years old, right? Coming over from a zone-heavy defense. Detroit Lions play man-heavy scheme. That is not going to change underneath Calvin Shepard. At least that's not the way Dan Campbell worded it before the hiring. 34 years old, zone scheme. And let's not forget, love Darius Slay. He had the best front seven in the National Football League in front of him as he played the zone defense. He also had phenomenal safeties atop as well. Ed Reed, CJ DJ, at times drop back into it out of the nickel spot, Cooper DeJean. It's not the man v man situation we saw Carlton Davis take on this year and be phenomenal. And did he get got a few times? And I truly mean a few times. I always say a few times to kind of like kill off a Terrion Arnold amount of times of getting got. And yeah, he did. But that's what happens in man coverage. This is what happens as a defensive back. It's going to happen every once in a while. But that's exactly what Carlton Davis was. It only happened every once in a while. When it did happen, it was no Joe Schmo. It was like a DK Metcalf or someone of that caliber. He even made big plays for you. 5 turnovers, 5 interceptions he came back from in Texas, partly because of Carlton Davis and the interception that he had in the red zone that could have easily been a touchdown. You don't let that go for so many reasons. I mean, here's another reason why you don't do it. First and foremost, you need the CB1. I hope I made that clear if I didn't. We do not have a CB1 on this roster right now. Can we go and sign one? Sure. You're competing for those guys, and we know we nicknamed them Bargain Bin Brad. We're not gonna outbid somebody. I mean, maybe we can. Anything's possible, right? But like, we just haven't seen that as Brad Holmes and the Brad Holmes tenure. That's why I think we lost Carlton Davis, because if he's being allowed to test the market, I don't believe we're going to outbid teams that make irresponsible decisions like the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's probably going to get a hell of a contract that we're not going to be able to offer, or match. So I guess same thing. The second part of why this doesn't make sense, and honestly, this is kind of like a little bit disappointment in Brad Holmes, but gosh, I am still upset about this. I can't lie to you. But you also gave up a 3rd-round pick to acquire Carlton Davis. So essentially, you burned draft capital for a year of services. And you know, I'm not trying to bash Carlton Davis here, but like it wasn't even a full year of services, right? You gave up a 3rd-round pick for that. I totally understand giving up a 3rd-round pick if you're like, we were supposed to go to the Super Bowl this year, so I can't really be too upset about that. But if you trade for a guy on a 1-year deal, there's got to be some type of conversation had about the contract, no? Throughout the entirety of the season, not just like when it happens. And I guess that's where I'm kind of disappointed here. Obviously, conversations were had about the contract when you took his cap hit and you spread it over a couple void years. You took it from a $14 million cap hit to $9 million. I don't even know why, to be honest with you. We still had the extra cap space, and we didn't do anything with it. Maybe just in case. I mean, there was obviously a situation where we had to trade for an edge rusher at the deadline. So, yeah, that would make more sense. But ultimately, you traded a 3rd-round pick for 1 year services and not even a full year services. You didn't get those services in the playoffs. Sucks. I do not think the Detroit Lions will be returning Carlton Davis to the roster. Now, of course, if you guys follow us on Twitter, Lions Nation Unite, make sure you guys follow them over on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Instagram as well. But I think we're a little bit more active on Twitter, a little more faster, at least faster paced. We had dropped the video because he was on the podcast where he had mentioned Dan Campbell was his favorite coach he's ever had. So let's say Carlton goes, and this is where I'm being positive. And maybe I should have started this way for you guys. I don't know. Again, I'm just venting. We're just getting this off the chest. Also breaking the news into the channel because it is breaking news. This is your cornerback 1 from a year where you held a top 10 defense. But there's very much a possibility that Carlton Davis does go out there and test the market. And maybe Brad Holmes wants him to. Brad's like, hey, you know, if you feel like your value is higher than, you know, this offer here, I'm guessing 14, 15. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the offer was, but he said, go ahead and, you know, I'll let you shop the market. I know you enjoy being here, and I'll tell you what, I'll match whatever offer you're able to bring back to me, a verified offer from another team. And maybe that's where Carlton's at. Maybe that's where they will be at. But as of now, we don't have a cornerback 1. We don't have a set in stone cornerback 1. Can you be very hopeful for Terrion Arnold? Absolutely. And do you? You know, I'm not there yet with him. I hope that changes this year. I think a veteran presence in that locker room would definitely help. I mean, you do have Deshae Townsend as your DB's coach, but I just remember specifically Darius Slay, again, who's out there right now, talked about his mentorship from Rasheed Mathis that helped him tremendously in becoming the Pro Bowler that he became 6 times, I believe. And I think Terrion needs a little bit of that. And maybe we do get one of those guys in the market. I don't know, man. I did like Carlton Davis. Now, I know my buddy Nick, he's bringing up the fact that he's only been available he's missed 23% of games. But, like, this is the NFL, man. I don't think Brad's worried about the injuries. I don't think Brad's cutting a discount because of injuries. Brad signs injured guys all the time. I know I got tons of flack for being upset about the Marcus Davenport signing, but then he got hurt. He got hurt before he got hurt. He got the groin things out of the game, came back, and then tore the tricep. Some guys are a little bit injury prone, I guess so. Yeah, but I mean, it's also just part of the game. It's gonna happen. You can't avoid it. I don't know, man. And again, once more, to reiterate the Darius Slay part, if you want to tell it to a friend, if you want to make this argument and why you're concerned, we could talk about bringing Darius Slay in. And yeah, I do think he would be your CB1 at this point. But the reality is, you're talking about a zone corner. He's coming from a zone defense that we run mainly man, who also had the best front seven in front of him. We might have a good front four, something like that. Nah. Just venting. The mistake he's talking about making, though, was I'm pretty dang sure the contract, signing another mid-level deal, in his words, but not directly his words, because he just said he's not making the same mistake twice. What mistake is it to be made twice? You're only in Detroit for 1 year. You know? In fact, I think I could share the tweet with you guys. Let me see. The other thing, too, I know he's upset. This guy's not active on social media, man. God dang. All right, let's see. Here we go. We got Mary in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. Here we go. C Murder. Carlton _low-key. Former Detroit Lion. I wish it wasn't the case. I won't make the same mistake twice. If you want your defense upgrade, y'all know who to pay. Turn on the tape. And yeah, I liked it. So what? What you guys need to do, though, because this is very much a venting session, as much as it is an informative one, let me know the Detroit Lions make a mistake. Who do we replace? Who do we grab in place of Carlton Davis? And make it make sense for me, please. Give me a man cover guy. Give me an affordable contract. Give me a guy that's not going to be outbidded elsewhere. Maybe I'll just be negative constant. Maybe I don't know, but help me feel better, please. Let me know. The Detroit Lions miss out on Carlton Davis. Are they going to grab a guy in the draft? Is there a guy in free agency? Maybe there's a trade they can make. Am I just overreacting? I know a lot of people are probably going to say they're overreacting because Detroit Lions win the Super Bowl no matter what, right? Jared Goff, all that stuff. But I need it. Please. Let me know what the Detroit Lions are going to do at cornerback 1 come the 2025 season. And if you think Carlton Davis will beat cornerback 1 or somebody else. Until then, smash the subscribe button. For sure, smash the like button. And make sure you hit the notification bell for any type of breaking Detroit Lions news. I am easy. I will be here to deliver for you. If not me, this channel is full of great content creators and more to come about Detroit Lions news and rumors. And I am out. Peace.